We're now learning that more and more IDF soldiers are openly confessing to the genocidal acts that they engaged in the Gaza Strip. Some of them are identifying themselves, others are speaking on the condition of anonymity. But this was all detailed in a new explosive documentary titled "Breaking Ranks Inside Israel's War." The interviews in this documentary feature IDF soldiers who admit that they routinely used the slogan, quote, "There are no innocents in Gaza." Even though more than half the population in the Gaza Strip, as of October 7th, were under the age of 18, meaning most of the people living in Gaza were minors. Didn't matter. All those little kids, Hind Rajab, that little girl who was shelled to death by the Israelis as she was trapped in a car full of her dead relatives, she's also a terrorist in the eyes of the Israeli government and the IDF. And that's based on what IDF soldiers are saying, based on the slogan that they chant. There are no innocents in Gaza. One soldier said that you can hear that all the time. You can hear that all the time. And when you hear that all the time, you start to believe it. And their actions prove that they certainly did believe it. So Yotam Vilik, an armored corps officer in the IDF. So here's one of the IDF soldiers admitting on the record, revealing his name, that one time the brigade rabbi sat down next to me and said that we must take revenge on all of them, including civilians, that we shouldn't discriminate, and that this was the only way. One IDF Air Force colonel admitted, quote, "I think the use of force on Gaza is probably unprecedented in combat in terms of the explosives dropped per square mile. The atomic bomb on Hiroshima and Nagasaki aside, I don't think that even during the bombing of Dresden, there was a higher density of explosives used." I like that they're at least admitting it. And if you've been paying attention to Israeli media, there have been a lot of admissions that get no play here in the United States, no attention here in the United States. When another IDF Air Force colonel was asked, how many people is it legitimate to kill a Hamas battalion commander? He replied, "I'm far right in my views. I think there's no limit. If you ask me, I would have pushed them all into the sea with D9 bulldozers after October 7th. These are people that we're working with to broker a peace deal with in Gaza. Seems like they're a bit of an obstacle to establishing peace in that region of the world, no? One IDF tank unit commander admitted, if you want to shoot without restraint, you can. One time, there was a building that was being used for humanitarian purposes. One of the commanders really wanted to target this building. Then he fired a shell at it anyway. Because he's a terrorist. We're in bed with terrorists. The soldiers also admit that they're the ones who use human shields. Again, I'm not the one saying it, they're the ones saying it. It's in this documentary. So one tank unit commander confessed that the IDF started using human shields as part of their mosquito protocol. Now, what is that? What is this protocol that they've dubbed the mosquito protocol? Well, that's where the IDF turns Palestinians into so-called agents, and you send the human shield underground as he walks down the tunnel, he maps it out for you. Every accusation is a confession by the Israelis. It really is. Multiple IDF commanders and soldiers admitted to the genocidal intent of the IDF. With one saying, quote, "In the current political climate in the state of Israel, there is no value to any human life that is not Israeli, or better still, Jewish Israeli." I'm gonna let you sit with that information. Do with it what you will. I'm just gonna end on this. These people do not share my values. These people are terrorists. they make me sick. And every day that our government considers them our allies is a day of national embarrassment.
Every time you ring the bell below, an angel gets his wings. Totally not true, but it does keep you updated on our live shows.